All right, everybody, welcome to NorCal Sports Network. And this is the same hat that Brock Purdy's dad wears. Chat loves it when Marty Lurie comes on.
Anytime you lose a game this time of year, when you can't go backwards, it's a problem.
Oh, welcome on in, NorCal Sports Network. Late Saturday night edition here in Arizona, 10:42. And we got breaking news that broke while we were live earlier. Put together a new thumbnail, and here we are, guys. LA Lakers pull off a blockbuster, a mega blockbuster deal with the Dallas Mavericks. In the deal, let me turn the music off here. Luke, can you announce the deal for us, please?
Well, it's a three-team deal. Basically,
who cares what the Utah Jazz
Luka is being traded to the Lakers. The Lakers are trading AD to Dallas, and then some first-round picks.
There's also a couple other ball players traded in the deal. What's the full deal?
The other guys really are more hearsays, to me. I mean, Utah's even involved just because of the picks. But I'm a little, what this tells me is the Lakers aren't going for it. Because why do you give up one of the best centers in the business? It also explains why AD did not play tonight in New York.
Well, AD's hurt. AD's hurt a little.
Yeah, well, you got to remember, Luka, out of 49 games this year, has only played 22. So he's been out 27. He's been out over a month. 27 games this year out of 49. So I think something must have happened because Luka signed through 2027. It's a blockbuster, probably one of the biggest ones of our probably in the last 20 years. I just don't understand, why do you give up a center? I mean, they're getting Luka, yeah, but now you don't have a rim protector. I think there might be something else going on where it could lead to something else. I just don't know why.
Well, here's what I think. I think the Lakers are trying to shore up life after LeBron. And
that could be too.
I mean, let me just look at the odds here. Senior said, check the odds for the NBA Finals here.
Dan, do you think the Lakers are better now?
No, I think they're worse this year.
That's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm thinking. They're saying, hey, LeBron, it's not going to work out this year. We got to think of the future.
You know what? Dallas is plus 4,000 right now. And the Lakers are plus 2,100. I would take that money on the Dallas Mavericks because they, with AD and Kyrie, and you got Thompson as the shooter in the deal. There was a few other key players. Max Christie is going to Dallas along with Anthony Davis, but Maxi Kleber. He's kind of a 3-point shooter, along with Markieff Morris. He's throw-in at this point to the Lakers. So this is a deal to me that makes the Lakers probably not as good this year. I mean, you lost your big center. There's only defensive.
Yeah.
And I don't like the idea of Luka and LeBron. Who's going to take the last shot?
I agree there too.
And it's not going inside like it does to AD. Now it's like, yeah, and Luka plays no defense, and neither does LeBron these days.
I agree there too. Yeah, so I'm not sure. This trade, when it first came out, people saying, but everyone's reporting it. Unless there's something else in the works. I don't know what it would be. I do know, you guys got to remember, Mark Cuban sold the majority ownership of Dallas to a multi-billionaire. He, I think, only owns 22.4%. So maybe these people are saying, hey, listen, again, it's just weird because remember, Dallas was in the finals last year with what they had. They improved their team. So it's just, I think maybe there might be something else. But yeah, my thing right now on Dallas is only 21% to win. And the Lakers have gone up to 38 on mine. So
the Lakers odds got better?
No, higher up. Well, yeah, the Lakers are now 28 to 1, where Dallas is 21 to 1 to win it all.
Oh, so Dallas odds are better.
No, Dallas odds have gone down.
Better. They got better.
Yeah, better. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And the Lakers got worse.
And again, this also could be coming, again, there's so many weird things that could happen. Luka could have said something to the new owners. We don't know. You also maybe have LeBron might have said, you know what, bleep you, get me somebody, improve this team. And they said, hey, if you're going to be like this, because LeBron sometimes thinks he's the GOAT, the God, and he's not. He might have said something and they said, you know what, fine. We're going to make your life a living hell. We're going to not only going to lose the center, we're going to get you Luka, who's been injured. You don't know. I just don't know.
Here's how I see this deal going down further. This year, I think it gives the Mavericks a better shot at winning it. Yep. I think it lessens the Lakers this year. And I think in the future, Luka, it's better for the Lakers. Hold on one second. I got to grab a call.
Yeah, Luka will be the face of the NBA in a couple of years. I mean, my God, internationally, he's bigger than LeBron to begin with. So, it's dramatic. It makes Saturday night. It also makes, it makes the Warriors a tougher job now. It's going to be. I just don't understand how you lose someone like AD. In fact, it's so funny that AD got traded because that was one of the trades, Dan, that we talked about with the Warriors. They should do something special. Get AD. AD is a once-in-a-lifetime center. And we would have had to trade, I think it was 6 of our guys to get AD with all the contracts.
Yeah, it would have.
It would have ruined. But, again, to get someone of AD, people don't realize AD, except for maybe the Joker, is probably the most dominant center in the last 5 years. So, but I
don't know how this works, though, with LeBron, because this does not help the Lakers to win now. This is a post-LeBron move. This is, okay, we have, the Warriors don't have a star after Steph.
Correct.
The Lakers did not have a star after LeBron. Now they do. They've got one of the top, 5 players in the game? When he's healthy?
To tell you the truth, he's probably Steph worldwide and Luka are pretty close. Luka is so big international. It's sort of amazing. People don't realize how big he is internationally.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, this is a move for the Lakers' future. I think it's a move for the Dallas Mavericks. They are trying to win it all now. And they've got the defensive center. I mean, if you read the quote, the general manager of the Mavericks said, I believe defense wins championships. And, Luka plays horrible defense. He's a cone.
Yeah.
Luka's a cone. I mean, for that matter, LeBron, unless he's really wanting to play hard, he's kind of a cone. He takes plays off. I mean, LeBron reminds me of 4th grade when I used to just hang down at the other hoop for cherry picker.
Cherry picking, yeah, correct.
Yeah, I had a really good center that would grab the ball and he'd just heave it down there and I'd lay it in.
Give it to you, yeah. Cherry picking, of course.
How do you think I got all my points?
Yeah, again, it's a stunner, but there's in the next probably 48 hours, you'll hear something about it. You never know. There could be something where this could lead to something else where it couldn't have been done before. I just don't know. I don't think it's money.
I don't think it leads to anything else as far as these players moving.
No, I don't think them moving. I think we're going to hear something in the next 48 hours why it happened. Maybe Luka is healthy and he says, no, guys, you know what? I'm good. You never know. I'm not going to play the rest of the season. And Dallas says, screw this. Fine, we're getting rid of you.
Maybe Hey, I got an idea, guys. I got an idea. What happens if LeBron's coming to the Warriors? Huh? What happens if if the Lakers are just saying, we're not going to win it this year. We're just going to get our guy for post LeBron. And maybe the Lakers are going to get Kuminga and LeBron comes to the Warriors for Wiggins and Schroeder and Kuminga and a couple other guys and Steph and because Lacob's into this kind of thing where he thinks he can.
Let's bring up the trader. Bring up the trader. Your trade thing. I mean, I don't know who you have to give up.
Let me see.
Because is it the 3rd or is it the 6th, the deadline?
The 6th.
The 6th. Okay, so you got 5 days.
NBA trade machine. I don't know. I've just thought of that out. I mean, it's probably a harebrained thought, but that's kind of the way I think sometimes, just off the wall. Why? I just don't see this as a move for the Lakers to win this year.
Unless there's something else in the pipes. I mean, the thing about the Lakers have been playing great. And if you look at the standings right now in the division,
could we trade?
The Lakers have the best record. Lakers have the best record in the Pacific West. The Lakers and the Clippers.
Yeah. Could we trade? Do you think they'd take Green in a trade, or you think we got to give up?
No, nobody wants Green.
Yeah. Plus, they would all want to play together. Watch this. Let's see. Let's put this thing together. I think we have possibly.
Yeah, Chardonnay, we see your super chat. He'll get to it. He's just trying to figure something out first, please.
Aha, there's the deal, guys.
Deloading. It's such a big Saturday night episode. Deloading's now on.
There you go. No draft choices exchanged because you're getting Wiggins. You're getting Kuminga. That's a reboot for the Lakers. And that's the Warriors trying to live off of one last prayer. What do you guys think of that? Could anything be happening here? We're not paying attention, says Adrian. I wish the Warriors knew Luka was on the table, says Fossey. They may have known it. Maybe they did.
Dunleavy Jr. doesn't know what he's doing. Again, he was an assistant for 2 years. He got this. Trust nobody, no GM ever from Duke. Let's remember that. Dunleavy
Wait a minute.
Jr.
Is deloading serious on that? Or is that just, are you serious? Because I just threw that out there on the top.
No, he's just saying it's starting to have legs.
But is anybody said it? Has anybody said it out there?
Nah, not yet.
I don't even know if this would help the Warriors. It would certainly. What happens if Steph? The league's run by players. What happens if Steph and LeBron have said? What happens if Steph and LeBron say they want to play together? When is Luka coming back? Does anybody know? Because if Luka's not coming back for
then it's just a dump. Yeah. He's been out 27 out of 49 games.
Let's see what Luka CIC. When is his injury update?
Best thing to look for is that guy, Shane's Carlina or whatever.
Shams, yeah. Could be back before All-Star break, Luka. So he's coming back within 2 weeks. Okay. So Luka's coming back. This was the plan. Wake up, says Adrian. Wake up with Adrian in the mornings at 7 a.m. There you go. Wake up with Adrian Gutierrez. I don't know. It could be that the Lakers are wanting to just keep LeBron and Luka, see what they got, if they can run with it. I don't like the combination. I don't think it gives the Lakers more of an outside threat, but it takes away their inside game. What was the tweet last week, Senior? Look at the Shams tweet last week. Let me take a look. Let me pull up Shams.
Oh, here it is. I got it. You want me to read it?
Sure.
The Mavericks approached the Lakers recently and offered Luka, sources tell ESPN. The Lakers brass met and believed the 25-year-old Luka has the ability to be the next face of the franchise for the next decade, while giving Anthony Davis a win-now move to Dallas.
Yeah, this is the Lakers saying they're building around Luka for their future. LeBron's this could be LeBron's last year, maybe another 1 year, 2 years, but he's not going to play forever. He's 40 years old. Is there anything on? Boy, there's going to be some big names to be traded. De'Aaron Fox is going to be going. Jimmy Butler's going somewhere. Wow, this is going to, the NBA just shakes things up like crazy at times. Wow. Well,
yeah, this is the second trade of the night.
What was the other trade?
They had a trade. What was the trade? Utah and was it the Clippers?
Yeah, there's going to be some big trades going down.
I love it. This is real. I mean, everyone's saying, yes, it's real. So.
What, the trade?
Yeah, because so many people said, no way. Because originally it wasn't on Shams' Twitter. So somebody thought maybe they broke into his Twitter. But no, it's a done deal.
Oh, it's all over ESPN. Stephen A. Smith's reporting on it. I mean, I do think this deal, something else is, like you said, Lou. Hold on, I'll be right back. Something else could be coming.
Yeah, well, we'll see if Dunleavy Jr. does anything. I mean, this is LA. Wow. There they go again. It's just amazing. Doesn't matter if it's the Dodgers or Lakers. They're all in the news. But I'm just shocked. Because it's not too often you get a center like AD. And, LeBron's maybe 1 or 2 more years. And who knows, guys? There might be stuff. This happened immediately after the Lakers won again. Lakers right now have the number 1 team in the Pacific Division. It's crazy. Absolutely nuts. And
that's a good 3 guys there.
Yeah.
Jeez. Well,
but you only have one basketball last time I looked. But they have nobody in the center. No center to take care of everything.
Wow.
But yeah, there might be some more behind the scenes, because it is a shocker, but everything happens for a reason. So, we in fact, what's sort of funny, we heard about it here from the chat. So great job, chat. I forgot which guy kept saying. I go, no, they didn't trade him. But well done, whoever brought that up.
Yeah, the NBA totally, baseball blows it in everything. Here we are, February 1st, right?
Yep.
And the freaking two of the best players, Bregman and Alonso, haven't even signed yet. And could you imagine the NBA having a free agency period where their best players take 3 freaking months to sign? It's like they sign within 10 minutes, like 2 minutes.
They usually they have that thing where you can talk to them a week before, but you can't make it official until midnight.
12:01, boom. Here, so-and-so's going here, so-and-so's going here, so-and-so's going here. Baseball, get your act together. Major League Baseball, you got a clown running it, and Rob Manfred. In fact, I got to do something for Rob Manfred because he is a first-class bozo. I can't stand the way he runs a league. Look at there you go. Rob Manfred, baseball.
Yeah. So Dan, did you read what the GM said from the Mavericks?
He said defense wins championships, and that's why they wanted AD.
Yeah, and rarely do you get somebody of his magnitude.
Right. I mean, that's a really good deal. Look,
it definitely makes Dallas better.
They knew Dallas would never win a championship with Luka in the playoffs. Luka, to me,
you can only go so far.
Yeah, he gets tired too. The Warriors ran him around. They tired him out in the 22 playoffs. In the Western Conference Finals, Luka was out of shape. He could not keep up with the Warriors. Mitchell and Ness says Lakers won that deal. Maybe the long run. What is it saying, Lou? So-and-so won the battle, but the other team won the war?
Won the war, yeah. Well, I'm reading a thing from Mark Stein. He's got that this was all done, the front office of Dallas, and Luka was unaware that this was going to happen.
No way.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to it.
Yeah, that's a good point, Mark. You know what? I will go grab the...
Luke Doncic did not request a trade, league sources say. The Mavericks did this on their own accord, getting back Anthony Davis, but only one future first-round pick from the Lakers in 2029 for a 25-year-old regarded as a future MVP. We thought it was worth it. We had to go for it. Not often do you get a center of this magnitude, and they never get a chance like this again.
Wow.
Again, one thing, general managers who understand the business going for it. The Giants would never do this. Dunleavy Jr. will never do this.
Hey, guys,
and that's what happens when you get inexperienced people.
I just put the link in the chat. Anybody wants to come in and talk about this, come on in. You can always turn your camera off by doing that, okay? You don't have to put your mug on the screen if you don't want to. It'll be just like radio without your face. So the link is out there. Come on in if you want to do it. We won't be going too long here, but this is the trade out there. I think I can't believe Luka had no idea this was coming.
It was all the front office, so.
Wow.
Like he never said, hey, I want to trade, do this. He never did a Fox. So again, it's wow. Lakers brass said, what the hell? Let's do it. Got to think of the future. We keep bringing that up, guys. And, it didn't really cost them that much. Only one first rounder.
Right. Wow. me pull this up. I've got a tweet.
And it's so funny, Anthony Davis one, because we talked about it. The Warriors
Luka
should do
just- or-
something like this.
Senior just told me to pull this guy's tweet up. Jason Gallagher. I was also told Luka had no idea. Wow.
Yep.
Jason Gallagher is directing a new show with LeBron James and JJ Redick. A lot of hard work and passion has been poured into. So, okay. So I think I heard.
Yeah, but that's dated March 18th, 2024.
That is.
Oh, okay. The one
I was
below,
just reading his.
right.
I was just
No
reading his
idea.
bio. Yeah, we got Fosse coming in, joining the stage, and deloading. Welcome, guys. Fosse, what's your take? What's your take on this, Fosse?
Yo, what's up, boys? Thanks for having me on.
Yeah,
Yeah, look, crazy. Nobody knew Luka was on the table, but as a Warrior fan and how I'm looking at it now, I think we should, you know what, thank Steph Curry for his services and let him move on somewhere else where he has a chance to do something in the West and make a deep run and, you know, continue his legacy of being great somewhere else, because where it stands right now, it looks like Warriors aren't going nowhere. There's nothing that they can do as of right now and for the next year or two to even be competitive in this conference. So you know what? Thanks, Steph Curry, for everything you've done. We love you so much. You'll always be a Bay Area legend. Go be great somewhere else while you're still good.
wow. Well, he wants to win. Did you hear the interview that, in fact, Lou sent it to me? It was an interview last night after the game, and he just sounded really like tired. Like, he goes, I don't know. I'm not the owner. It's not my job. It's not my job. I'm not the GM. I'm not the coach. I'm not paid to do that. I just want to win.
Yeah, and you know what? That's kind of been his kind of the vibe that you've been getting from him. Not all year, but as of recently, you know, the way that they've been so bad and how teams are just covering him up every possession. I mean, the guy is just working his butt off just to even try to look at the basket, let alone get a shot off, man. So and not to take away from anything that's going on with the rest of the NBA, but just as where we are right now in our little corner of the NBA world, man, let Steph Curry go somewhere and be great and get another ring.
Not a bad thought. I've said it myself. Deloading, what's your thoughts on this? What's your thoughts on Fosse's comments?
Just on that, the Warriors aren't going to trade Steph Curry. That's just not going to happen. But on the whole thing, first of all, I thought it was fake for like 5 minutes. I didn't even think what I was reading was real. And then I started to actually think about it. I mean, the Lakers are clearly making a move that sets them up better for the future. This isn't a win now move, obviously, because they're worse now. But to be honest, I think Dallas got absolutely fleeced. To only get that for Luka after what we saw the Knicks get for what I think Mikal Bridges got 3 first-rounders or 4 first-rounders. So just to get Anthony Davis and whatever the other picks or extra players.
They got a 30. Was it a 31 unprotected?
It was something like that.
No, it's a 29 first round pick. It doesn't say if it's protected or not.
And that's what Dallas got?
That's what Dallas got. But if you're going to have Luka in 29, they're probably still going to be a playoff team.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how much more this helps Dallas in terms of championship odds. I mean, obviously getting another big that's Anthony Davis's caliber is incredible, but losing Luka, I just don't know. Clearly there was something behind the scenes that they just kept seeing that they did not trust him at all going forward, whether it's his ability to stay healthy or just stay in shape, to be honest.
I think
it's to that point of the season.
He gets to that point of the season. He's just not that.
Yeah,
great.
He's been playing professionally since 14. He was 14 years old.
And then,
plus, you know, Dan, I'm sorry, deloading. I think the key we should look up, Dan, is Anthony Davis has signed what for 5 more years, And then Luka's only signed for 2 more years. So it could have been the point where, hey, you know what, guys, just so you know, I'm leaving in 2 years unless you do this for me, because sometimes that's important where, if you can't sign, like, the Warriors were dumb enough to sign Green when they didn't need him, but they sort of forced him in the wall. You don't know. But as Deloading says, I think there's, we'll probably hear something in the next 72 hours, especially if Luka didn't ask for a trade and was sort of done by the front office and he had no involvement at all. You'd think he'd sort of earn that.
Davis has three more years after this year.
And I think that's what it came down to, was the financials parts of Luka's deal. Is he was in line for a supermax this summer, which would have guaranteed him, or which would have signed him for 5 years and $340-something million. And I think that's what it really just came down to, was the Mavs didn't want to pay him that.
Well, now he can't even make
new
that.
Owners too of the Mavericks, new owners.
Since he got traded, now he's not even eligible to sign a supermax. To that extent.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. Is he not eligible to sign a supermax?
No, he can't. He can't anymore, which is crazy. The third thing I was going to say, sorry to just keep rambling, but initially after thinking about like how this affects the Lakers and Mavericks, I think for sure LeBron is going to be on the move before February 6th. I think
this is what I said. Did you see my trade?
No, but did you see the report that came out about him finding out right at? So apparently he got blindsided by this too, and they told him after the game tonight against the Knicks. They told him after the game had ended. So he's still trying to figure out what's going on as well. I think he's for sure going to be on the move.
Well, did you see my trade proposal for him to come to the Warriors?
I didn't. What was it?
It was
the whole team for LeBron.
No, it was Wiggins, Schroeder, and Kuminga, and a throw in, like, I think it was Lindy Waters for LeBron. That matched the salary. It was successful. Didn't tear up the whole team, but it would be the Joe Lacob and the Warriors' last ditch effort to try and pull something out of the hat.
Is there any way to mix and match that to keep one of Kuminga or Wiggins? Or do you could keep Kuminga.
You could include somebody else. I was just doing it. But you know what? If you can keep Kuminga in the deal, you could add somebody like a Kyle Anderson or a Buddy Hield, and it would work as well. Mm-hmm. And then you'd probably have to give up a draft pick to do that. If you had Kuminga, I don't think you'd have to give up a one.
Gotcha. I mean, first initial thoughts, it seemed like in the last few days, the Warriors have been getting a little bit more desperate to make a move. Just based on what like Steph has been saying, even Steve Kerr, who usually just never makes comments regarding that, but him saying how this isn't a team that can just like stand pat and they have to do something to make change. Right. I think they might even like just completely pivot and see what they can do to get LeBron, because this is just crazy.
This is what I think. This is what I'm thinking. Situation. Yeah. Here, I'm going to put the trade. I'm going to put the trade together again. I wish they would take Green, but I don't see Green, and I think Green and LeBron and Steph playing together would be like.
I agree. I don't think there's any way they'd make that trade and then get rid of Draymond.
Okay, so you could do it if you want it. I don't know if they could keep, if they want to keep Schroeder.
Hey, while you're doing that, Dan, look, what this does for the Warriors, whatever we thought that they were doing before this is completely different now. We're tied to guys like Cam Johnson and Levine and De'Aaron Fox. And I feel like this not only just changes it for the Warriors, who are trying to just claw their way into the playoffs, but for the NBA as a whole, it changes everything. So any trade rumors or anything that we were speculating before is all going to be different come Monday.
Agreed.
Okay, here's your trade, guys. You ready to see it?
Yeah, let's see.
Here it is. It's a package deal. Here's your trade. Wiggins, Schroeder, Hield, Lindy Waters for the LeBron and Bronny, and you'd probably have to give up a future one. Let's say, who was giving up a one earlier in that other deal? LA was giving up a one. Yeah.
Correct.
So what happens if the Warriors give up a one back to the Lakers? That 29-1, they give up a one protected one top. Let's say it's a top 8 protected or something like that.
I'm not okay with that. You lost me at trading the one.
Well,
really?
Yeah.
I
feel like we need to hang on to these draft picks, but that's just me.
They haven't shown any ability to make
to draft
positive
any
draft
good
picks.
ones.
Well, Dunleavy hasn't drafted anybody yet.
Yeah, he has.
I mean, that we know can do anything just yet. I mean, as of right now, no. But
I don't know if you top 10 protected or whatever it is, I don't know. Producer Ryan says time to get Vucevic or Levine.
See, I was okay with that yesterday. Now I don't know.
Lakers won't trade LeBron, but if he wants out. Yeah, if he wants out, he's gone. He says he wants out. Look.
I mean, they made the trade without him even knowing it. This
is how the NBA works.
Yeah.
I could see LeBron and Steph talking and saying, you know what? We had a great time at the Olympics. Let's give it one more ride. I don't know.
Yeah, but Dan, I have a question. Then I'll mention deloading and Fozzie. If we make this trade and we get LeBron, do you think the Warriors are a championship team?
I was going to ask you that.
Probably I think we become worse.
I mean,
I think
how do you become worse if you got LeBron? I mean, you're not Waters and Buddy Hield, big deal. Schroeder. I mean, he's, the guy I hate to give up is Wiggins, but you have to give up Wiggins for the salary to get LeBron. So
here's the thing. Sorry,
go ahead.
Not to cut you off.
No,
Dan.
Please.
If they can do this trade and then add one more slightly solid pick, like a big or something, I think it makes the team a lot better. Wiggins is so inconsistent to me, and I just don't. Just having a guy like LeBron, I think would just make this team so much more better. I just don't trust Wiggins at all, and Lindy Waters is whatever. Buddy Hield he's been awful the last 2 months, and then Schroeder, I think they would be more willing to deal Schroeder because of the way that Pods has been playing since coming back from injury. Having another guard like that off the bench, I think they'd be more willing to deal him, but I'm not sure. Bronny does nothing in this, though. If the Lakers could give away a $1.1 million printer, that'd be the same effect.
I agree there, too. I just think with this trade, our team would be worse defensively. That's all I'm saying with Schroeder and Wiggins leaving.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't know about. I mean, isn't it?
And
now,
you got 2 old guys. I'm just
of course,
saying.
But isn't it now about just trying to do something to make this team for Steph? Mm-hmm. I mean. It's either you got to do something for Steph or, like Fossey said, thank him and say goodbye, because you're going nowhere if you just. I mean, I like Vucevic, and he probably gets them into the playoffs, at least in the play-in, and they probably can get out of the play-in and into the playoffs with Vucevic. But are they going to win a title? I don't think so.
No. If you go for Vucevic, you have to do another move. It can't just be him. If you're going to do that. Dan, are you able to – would GP2 fit into that instead of Schroeder?
No. He's like $9 million. So he could, but you'd have to add somebody else, maybe Potts is starting to play better, by the way.
That's what I'm saying. What about Looney? How much?
Yeah, you could probably – let me adjust this. Let me ask. Some people are asking, do you have to take Bronny? To make the trade work in this deal, yes, you'd have to add the salary, but he was coming because he's part of the salary. But you also they're probably going to keep them together. The Warriors don't have any need for him, but it's at this point of LeBron's career, it's a package. Don't you think, guys? It's a package.
Yeah, but look, if we do that, are we going to be good enough to beat the Thunder in a 7-game series?
I wouldn't count any team out that has LeBron and Steph. They know how to win.
Yeah, I also don't trust that team in a 7-game series as much as other people do. I think they're more susceptible to being beat than people give them credit for.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to adjust this trade. You want to see Schroeder out of the deal or in the deal still?
I mean, if you get LeBron,
put Hield.
Even how badly Hield has been playing, I think if he's able to figure it out, he'd be better for the team than Schroeder. Just given how Pods has been playing recently, if he's
you'd rather keep Hield, are you saying you'd rather keep Hield with the Warriors?
If they do make that, say for example that trade is made, I think that having Hield, hoping that he's able to just pick it up a little bit, would be better for the team than Schroeder, because you're going to need more shooters. They don't have that many.
Let me see. Move. I can do this. I can make it Kyle Anderson. It works the same. Try this trade. And there it goes. You just replace Hield and Anderson. They're on the same salary.
Gotcha.
So you could do it that way, or if you didn't want to get rid of, I don't think they'd get rid of Looney unless there was another center they had. It really has to keep from giving half your team away. You have to give away the bigger contracts. Schroeder kind of has to go. Otherwise, if you don't do Schroeder, you're probably going to have to do 2 more players at least. And one of them would have to be Looney, and the other would have to be Moody to match the $13 million. So I think you're giving up too much right here it's basically 4 for 1. Bronny James is, he's going to the G League.
That's a nothing burger.
Yeah, it's just to make the salary match. Because if I take Bronny out of this, I don't think there's enough salary. Oh, it still works. Because the Lakers are, I guess it has something to do with some apron. But it's saying the Warriors are minus.
I have a question for Dan. I have a question for these two guys. Why are you guys so in love with Bozo? Because he's come off the bench and he's had 3 good games. Where was he at the beginning of the season? Pods.
Oh, I don't like.
I don't know why. Everyone loves Pods. Oh, he's
don't
done
like
good the
Pods.
last couple games. Okay, yeah. I mean,
I don't like Pods. I was just saying that if he's able to keep up a little bit of what he's been doing the last few games, I don't see the need for Schroeder as much. But I don't like Pods.
Imagine if Joe Lacob
I just wanted to ask that. Sorry,
traded
guys.
him for Larry Marketing instead of making him untouchable.
People love him. I just don't understand it. So that's just
who else could the Warriors? Who else that's a big time star? I don't want Jimmy Butler, but who's a big time star that the Warriors? LeBron's making 48, so someone in that range. Who's a big star that would be a team that's got to make a
what about Fox?
Fox works because he's only $34 million. You don't even have to give up as much. But does he make them? You'd have to do Schroeder because Fox and Schroeder kind of play the same position. So Schroeder, it would be Schroeder and Wiggins. That's all you'd have to do, or if you can convince him to take Green, but I don't think you could. That's all that it would take. It actually would take less than that. Well, there'd be more coming back for Sacramento to do that deal.
Yeah,
what about?
We're not trading Bam. Sorry, Ryan.
For me, before all of this went down, I thought the perfect trade guy or trade target to get was going to be Cam Johnson. I felt like he was going to be a good, not only 3-and-D player, lock up the best player that the opposing player or the opposing team had, but he's also shooting 41% from the floor, which is about what Clay was doing for us all those great years. So if you plugged him in, to me, that would have been the best move by far. But now, I mean, I don't know what the league is going to look like come the remaining of the season. I mean, who knows where the Lakers end up at with this trade at the end of the year, and who knows where the Mavericks end up at now with the way things shook up today.
Yeah, this could shake up a lot of things, guys.
Yeah.
This could shake up a ton. I mean, remember you got coming back. Let's see, who could we?
Another thing that. Sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know if anybody has seen, but Kevin Knox, who's on their G League team, they just signed that one of the G League guys to a 2-way. But Kevin Knox isn't eligible for it because he's been in the league for 4 years. He hasn't been playing the last few games in Santa Cruz, and I don't think he's hurt. So I do believe that they're like setting it up for them to sign him to a contract. He's been playing really good in the G League this year, and I think he would actually help the team in a lot of ways, just given his size and like a solid wing that can shoot and drive. So I think they're setting up like them understanding that they're going to lose some of their bench depth and that they're going to have to bring some more people up.
Well, the way that Steve Kerr was talking on 95.7 the other day when he was on with Willard and Dibbs, he was talking about they needed to have more talent on the team, which to me sounds like somebody who's getting ready to make a move.
Let me ask you guys this. Would you make this deal and give up a couple of future ones? Let me show you the deal. What do you think? What do you think of that deal, guys?
I mean, I like it. The Heat aren't going to move off of Bam.
But what if they got a couple of if you gave them a couple of number ones in say next year's in the 25 draft, and then say the 29 or 30 draft?
I mean, it would be enticing, but just the way that Pat Riley has kind of been like discussed, like they're gonna move Jimmy Butler. There's no way they keep him.
Yeah.
After what he's done, so like they're gonna need some of those starters still. I just don't see how they'd move Bam. I like the trade though. I would take that. I just don't think Miami would.
I don't think Miami would either. They might with Wiggins, but I think Draymond Green would actually play pretty well for Spoelstra. But,
Hey,
I don't
Dan?
think there's any way Miami makes this move.
Yeah.
Hey, Dan,
What's up, Lou?
I just hope the Warriors, sort of hearing this, make a trade for Jimmy Buckets.
You really
I
want
don't
Jimmy
him.
Butler?
No, I don't. But I could see the Warriors getting desperate, saying, shoot, we got to do something. Let's just take, you know what I mean? I don't want them to make it a trade just because other people in the Western Conference did. I don't want them to, but, with the Warriors getting the Heat, they can't get LeBron. Okay, well, you know what I mean? I don't want them to get Jimmy. But I could just see, the Warriors getting so much pressure, they might just do it. Oh, we can improve the team. I don't want them to do it. I don't like a guy's attitude like that. Now, not only do we would have Jimmy Buckets, then you have Green too. You can't have, it's tough enough with one guy. Now you'd have two guys. And you're not going to be able to re-sign them. So I think we got to look. Dan, look at some of the all-stars who have 3 or 4 year contracts. That's what we got to start doing. You want to come up with a big name. You don't want a guy.
I'm putting together. I'm putting another deal together right here.
Another blockbuster.
This one's going to take a little bit of creativity. It's going to take.
Hey, while you're doing that, Dan, what's the Lakers starting 5 now?
Jeez, I don't know what it is. It's going to be
trade Max Christie.
Yeah, Max Christie went to Dallas.
He was in the deal.
Okay, so Gabe Vincent, Austin Reeves, Luka,
LeBron,
and Jackson Hayes.
No way, Jackson Hayes and stuff.
They don't have another big.
What?
They have no bigs. Yeah.
All right, who's Mavs starting 5 now?
Kyrie, Clay,
AD,
Gafford,
Max Christie, maybe
PJ Washington. Or no, they traded him, right?
Yeah,
or
remember
no,
their other guy
is
out for the season. Their other guard.
Damn, I think this year sounds like the Mavs might have won that trade.
Well, yeah, but Lakers weren't making that trade to try and win now. The Mavs were.
How are we going to do this?
Lou, if you had the choice, like say it was the same trade deal for the Warriors side, would you rather them get Levine or Jimmy Butler?
I think it depends who you give up. I would probably take Levine because I think Levine right now is a better player. I think Jimmy Buckets is good when you're in the playoffs. He sort of takes over, but you don't know if you need Jimmy Butler once you're in the playoffs, but you need Levine to get to the playoffs. I think now the biggest problem with the Warriors is they're up and down. I mean, they played great against the good teams like Oklahoma and Minnesota, but they lost the other night and it wasn't even close. They lose to teams.
That's why they're 500.
And the other problem is, the 500 is they just don't have that second scorer. And the thing about Kuminga, it wasn't that he was a second scorer. Is when he came off the bench to especially start the second quarter, he was good between 14 to 18 points. And if you notice, none of the people have picked up that 14 to 18 points. And, they've had to change the rotation. I mean, how many times in the fourth quarter, where it was like, God, they can't score. Like, I think we went 6 games where we couldn't even score 100. And, with LeBron, I mean, Steph's not always going to have a great game. But the other day, Steph didn't even get his first shot for 6 minutes. What the hell's going on? He should be the first guy to shoot.
He's just getting
boxed. I know he's tired, but it's just gotten to the point now where, Wiggins is a hit and miss. Again, Kuminga, I thought was great the way they were using him. He would be the first guy off the bench, but it's a big difference when you're a 6-man and then you're in the starting lineup. It's a huge difference, big responsibility. It's like our big guy right now, our center that's been starting. I mean, every game, the guy could shoot 3-pointers, but every game, 2 minutes into the game, he's got 2 fouls, when he starts.
Would you guys do this trade?
All right, let's see what Big Dan has.
Oh, shit. Damn it.
Yeah, if the Warriors are able to get Embiid to sign a deal that makes him do a diet, and stay healthy, I don't know.
I'm just thinking of big players of teams that aren't going anywhere.
Yeah.
Who's another team that's got a star?
That's what's just so frustrating is that they had a trade for Levine in the offseason. It was one-on-one. It was Chris Paul for Zach LaVine, and they declined it.
The Warriors declined that?
Yes.
Yeah,
the Warriors
signed the trade. Yeah.
The Bulls reached out to the Warriors and said,
"No way.
Would you take on Zach LaVine's contract and trade us Chris Paul?" And the Warriors declined it. And now 5 months later,
Dunleavy.
If we do trade for Zach LaVine, we're going to have to give up 1,000 times more stuff because we declined just giving them Chris Paul for him.
Why did they turn that down?
I thought you knew about that, Dan.
I didn't.
Because Dunleavy doesn't know what he's doing. I keep trying to tell you.
He did the same thing with Pods and Laurie Marketing.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
To be fair, though, Danny Ainge was just upping the deal. He wanted Pods with Kuminga and like future first round compensation, but they were offered Chris Paul for Zach LaVine straight up, and they declined it.
Dan, if you're going to look at super players, you got to look at Giannis from Minnesota.
But they're not going. Milwaukee's got a chance to win the whole thing. They're not going to give up Giannis.
Hey, this is just me speculating, but I think the fact that Luka was out of any league rewards had something to do with him getting traded.
What do you mean?
Interesting.
He wasn't eligible for MVP or anything like that this year because he missed so many games.
Yeah, he's missed 27 out of 29 games.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a lot.
There's not really any stars. You know what? I don't think Indiana will do this, but what the heck? Let's play with it. Miles Turner's
I don't know about the Lakers anymore. They have like no defense.
Yeah. Miles Turner and Marketing. I mean, not Marketing. Who's the U of A guy? Because the Warriors have been asking about him. Here, I'll tell you.
The only issue with Miles Turner is that he's expected to sign a max contract this offseason. Or max extension. I forget which one it is. So if you were to trade for him, you would also have to pay that. Unless you just lose him for nothing, like a lot of the Bay Area teams do. Just lose like star guys for nothing.
There's another trade.
Him, Benedict Mathurin.
What do you think of that one? I'm not crazy about getting rid of Wiggins for Halliburton, though.
Yeah, I don't think they need another guard.
Yeah.
Point guard.
I'm just trying to think of who's big enough name. Halliburton's really probably not the guy after Steph, though, is he?
I honestly think it's just between Butler, LaVine, Vucevic, and slight possible chance of them asking about LeBron. But that's about it.
Butler, Vucevic, LaVine, and maybe LeBron. Yeah. Does anybody else get moved in this crazy league now that you just moved 2 of the top 10 players in the game? I mean, don't you think Luka, when both those guys are healthy, they're top 10, aren't they?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, man.
Maybe top 5.
Luka's top 3.
Well, Luka's top, but I'm saying AD's. I put him in top 10. He might be top 5 when he's. I mean, AD's dominant when he's 100%.
Yeah, ask the Warriors.
Yeah. I mean, if you give Luka a full healthy season, he's in the running for MVP every year.
Every year, yeah.
Joe Schmo says Zion. Is there any possible? Remember, New Orleans has to make a trade.
Man,
they were shopping Zion. I think
I'll take Ingram over him.
Really? No, I would not take Ingram over Zion.
I mean, Zion is 2 cheeseburgers away from playing interior lineman for the 49ers.
Yeah, but
and with Murray out now, they're third best players out. If you trade them, then what are you going to do?
Well, they have to make a trade because of the tax situation. They have to get under, and I read that they're going to be making a move. But
I'd be okay with Zion only because I feel like he would succeed here in New Orleans. I feel like he didn't have any of that veteran leadership. I think he had he got Ingram and then CJ McCollum, but those guys don't have the pedigree that Steph and Draymond hold.
Right.
So, I mean, I feel like he'd be more successful here because he has a vet getting in his ear. but at the same time, he's also been known to have a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
But
This
I'll
is my
take him if he can
my
score
hot
20,
take, and
20 a night.
we're going to close it down here. It's been going an hour and a half on the first show and an hour here. I'm tired, and it's almost 12 midnight here. I am going to take this hot take that says LeBron is going to come to the Warriors. I'm going to go with that.
That's what I think.
I think the Lakers have said, you know what, we're not winning it this year. LeBron is probably not going to be happy that AD's gone, because the Lakers were a legitimate team to win the West with AD.
12-3 in their last 15.
No, they were, and Connect was coming around, and of course you had Reeves, and they were dominant. Look what they did tonight in New York without AD.
New York.
Yeah.
So I think that LeBron may open up to the fact, plus the fact that he was not in on this.
Mm-hmm.
And if he didn't know about it, I mean, he's usually the ones dictating, hey, let's get this guy. Let's get this guy. This move says the future of the LA Lakers is Luka. Period. Right? I mean, LeBron is now going to be overshadowed by Luka. They're looking at Luka being the centerpiece of the Lakers for the next 10 years.
I couldn't agree more. My first thought when I saw this trade was that there's no way the Lakers made this trade thinking of a scenario where they are expecting to win now with LeBron and Luka playing with each other. I just don't see it. I think he's going to be on the move.
I think he's going, and I think he's coming to the Warriors. I do. I think that Joe Lacob he wanted LeBron last year. He tried to get him. He's infatuated with stars. And he's going to say, I've got a half a season this year, and next year I can run these guys together. They're the two top draws in the NBA playing together. They're both born in Akron. They've never played together except for the Olympics. They were always at each other as rivals in the 4 back-to-back years where they played, and now they're like best buds. And they're old, and they know Father Time is catching up with them, and they're going to say, let's see if we can do it together. That's my pick. That's what I'm thinking. I'm going to show you this trade one more time. See if we can throw it together. It was, what was it? Wiggins? Was it Schroeder? Did we have Schroeder in the deal? I can't even remember what we had. Wiggins.
While you're doing that, I'll do my hot take. Mine isn't as bold as yours because I don't think Dunleavy got the Webbles to do anything crazy like that.
Of course.
So I think he's just gonna probably try to make a small move, something like Levine, or I mean that's not small, but something like that. No superstar action going on like what we saw tonight that literally broke the internet. Or maybe what I'm hoping for is a Cam Johnson. But if that does happen, I'll be happy that he did something, but I don't think he's got the guts to make anything crazy happen like what happened tonight.
I mean, there's a lot of combinations you could do to make this trade work, but this is something without tearing the fabric up of the Warriors, where they still keep some shooting with Buddy. They still have defense at guard with Peyton. And then they got LeBron, Steph, and Draymond, 3 guys on their last legs. Not quite last legs. I think Steph's still got a couple good years left in him. But I don't think LeBron has more than – I mean, he's doing great this year, but LeBron is going to try to pace himself. And now that Davis is gone, I don't know how that works out because,
I mean, 35-point triple-double tonight.
Yeah.
He just told the reporter he doesn't know how he's still doing it.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm thinking this is something the Warriors present to if you threw in Kuminga in this deal, you wouldn't have to give up a 1 I'd rather keep Kuminga personally than give up a 1 because I think Kuminga's starting to get the NBA game now. He's just and he's only going to get better. Ryan says, let's get Bron. Him and Steph would win a 5th ring.
I just think the front office and Lakeup are still hesitant for like a trade for Levine, Butler, Vucevic. But if they do have the ability to trade for LeBron, that is complete box office, needle moving. I mean, it's Steph and LeBron in their last years going for number 5. I think they 100% make that trade.
I think it happens. I could see the NBA getting behind it.
Both of them trying to get number 5 together. Oh my God.
God.
That's pay-per-view TV right there, folks.
Yeah, because you got to remember, these guys know how to turn it on when it counts. If not, let's go get crazy, get KD back for Wiggins.
Yeah, I could see KD coming back, especially that was my big
Bring
thing.
them all, LeBron, KD.
No, just KD, because Phoenix isn't working out. But I don't know what you're going to give up. It's maybe we're not thinking. We didn't think about this trade before it happened. I mean, I would.
Who do you think LeBron would? Who do you think Lakeup would rather have, LeBron or KD?
LeBron.
Really?
Yeah,
LeBron trying to, or
at this
Joe
point,
Lacob trying to fill those seats, sell some tickets.
At this point in their career, I just think LeBron, him and Steph would fit so well together. I know Steph and Durant were unstoppable, but in terms of this point in their career, I just think Steph and LeBron would complement each other so well.
Yeah, I think I just could see the way the NBA is crazy. And the fact is, the Lakers are not a better team tonight after this deal. You look at the odds. They got worse, right, Lou? The odds went.
Yes, they did.
They got worse for the Lakers, and they got better for the Mavericks. Look, this is a win-now move for the Mavericks. The Mavericks are trying to win this year, and they say they got a window for the next 2 years. I think Dallas ownership, GM, looked at this and said, I don't think we could ever get it done with Luka because he's not a great defensive player, and that breaks down the rest of the unit. When you're playing 5 guys and one guy's not pulling his weight, it's always blow by Luka, and then someone's got to come weak side help, and then it's a pass and a dunk. It's just, or it's easy screen and pick and pop off of Luka. He just doesn't move. He doesn't move good out there.
Yeah.
He's great offensively.
Yeah.
And the game is won in defense in the playoffs.
Dan, deloading or Fozzie, I forgot which one, but it did say this is from the Mavericks ownership. The major concern about moving forward Luka due to his constant conditioning issues and looming commitment of another Supermax contract that was going to happen this summer. They didn't want to worry about it. They wanted to move forward and try to win now. Luka didn't. This is from the ownership of Dallas. That's why the deal was done.
Yeah.
So I think when you guys talked about his conditioning and the Supermax, that's so great call on that.
Well, he's just completely incapable of staying like healthy and in shape enough to go that deep into the playoffs. We saw it last year. He was and the Celtics absolutely feasted on him in the finals. And the only reason Minnesota didn't really take advantage of it in the Western Conference Finals because they were completely beat up from the Denver series. So
yeah, agreed.
Yeah. And I'll say this one last thing before I get out of here. I know you guys are going to wrap it up, but the fact that the Lakers, they're in the 5th seed right now, and they make this move now, and don't want to see what the playoffs have in store for them. Clearly says that they didn't believe in any other players, and they'd rather be set up for the next 10 years, which I get. But how frustrating is that for LeBron now, knowing that he's in the 5th seed in the thick of the playoff race, knowing that his Robin to him being Batman has been let go. Now he has to think to himself, am I going to stick around here and play with somebody that I'm not compatible with, or should I go to the Warriors like what you guys are saying? I mean, we don't know what's going to happen, but you know what? If he does come to the Warriors, I don't think it's going to happen, but if he does, I'll be open to it.
Wow. I'm just looking at something that Lou sent me here, and I do not like this deal at all.
Yeah.
This
was 5 hours ago before. Yeah.
Let me show you
That's
this
why I bought it.
trade that somebody's proposing in NBA Trade Rumors, SB Nation. This is an awful trade for the Warriors if they did this. This is what they move. They get Jimmy Butler, but they give up Wiggins to the Raptors, and they give up Peyton, Looney, and Kuminga to the Heat. That would be a disaster.
I mean, that's terrible.
I don't want Jimmy Butler.
That's probably
that's what I'm thinking.
If you scroll down to, is there a trade offer for Steph Curry for Bronny? Is that lower on the article as well?
Serious?
No, I'm joking.
Oh, Joe.
No.
It's like, that's
what I'm saying. I hope they don't make a trade because they feel like they have to. Just stay packed.
Please,
don't make a dumb trade.
Anything like that would be
I think that's why the Lakers made the trade today, is because they felt like they had to. Mavs came to them with Luka on the table, and they couldn't say no.
Who's a big that's out there? The Lakers may not be done. Maybe they can pull off a who's a big that's out there that is complimentary. How about Ayton from Portland?
Oh man, he's washed.
Is he?
I mean, Walker Kessler, I've seen in a decent amount of trade proposals, but
he's with
Dan,
Utah.
You don't get Vukovic.
Yeah, Utah. Dan, quick question though.
If they get Vukovic, then it's over.
If that is the move they're if that is the move they're looking for, do you think that Luka, LeBron, and a big helps them better than Luka or than LeBron, AD, and a big? Like to win now. Do you think LeBron, Anthony Davis, and a big is worse than Luka, LeBron, and a big?
I don't like Luka and LeBron together.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I think if you just went out and if the Lakers went out and just got Vucevic, they could have been the team to beat.
The Lakers, I've seen reports though that they don't like Vucevic because of his defense. That was the reports when Anthony Davis was still on the team, that they're looking for a big that could take up more of the defensive mantle. So less would be on Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it is now, obviously.
He's such a great shot blocker, though.
All these guys are going to be in the Bay Area coming up, so we'll have some.
Yeah, that's right. Couple weeks, All-Star game.
2 weeks.
Let's say, how about if LeBron and Steph starting lineup that's what's happening, guys. It's a fix. The NBA.
Call it now.
LeBron James and Steph Curry at Chase Center as Warriors in the starting lineup for the NBA All-Star game. And it's done here on the 5th or 6th of February.
Steph Curry is going to have LeBron.
Post that video, NorCal Sports exclusive.
There we go.
NorCal
Sports Network. We're calling it. Called it right here, guys. LeBron James is coming to the Golden State Warriors. Here's a deal. Something like this will go down. I'm calling it. LeBron James and Bronny, father and son coming. Warriors give up Wiggins, Schroeder, Anderson, and Waters. Or it could be Pods could be in that deal. You don't know. It's going to be I just could see it happening. Could see it happening in the NBA. Curry and LeBron. Hey, if Curry and LeBron got together and said, we want to play together, it happens. It'll happen, right? I mean, if they said it, has to, right? That's just the way the NBA works. So maybe.
I don't know how you beat in the West Steph, LeBron, and Draymond. And then if you say they added like one more smaller piece, that is a hard team to beat in a 7-game series.
Yeah. I think it should happen. What happens if we're talking all this LeBron to the Warriors, but it's Steph going to the Lakers?
No, there's no way the Warriors are trading stuff.
Yeah, LeBron's
Never.
already been moved around enough. He's already lost his.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah,
Steph's not the one that's going to be leaving.
Right. Here we go, guys. All right, hey man, deloading.
Hey guys,
Bossy.
thanks for coming on.
Thanks
for being
coming
part
on.
of the
We
chat.
appreciate
Thanks
it.
for enjoying NorCal Sports Network.
Thanks
Appreciate
for having
you
us on,
guys.
boys. Cheers.
Always.
All right, thanks.
Don't be strangers.
Don't make me give you 10 thumbs down, Dan. No way. Yeah, no, Steph's not going. That was just a joke. Just no way. Steph's going to Lakers. Steph's either retiring as a Golden State. This is what I think. The Lakers, don't you think the Warriors have been kind of coy a little bit too lately? Like they're talking about changes coming, but we can't stand pat. Steph looks depressed. He looks like and it's just like it just feels like something big's coming. So we'll see. We shall see, guys. Hey, check out Better BETR. Check him out. The daily fantasy sports of the San Francisco Giants of NorCal. I'm tired. It's midnight. San Francisco. I'm tired. What? NorCal Sports Network. Yeah, we should be running the Giants too. Yeah, NorCal Sports Network. Go ahead and download the link in the description or get it on your phone. Put in the promo code NCSN for a $250 match and a free pick. All right, guys, it's been a long night, and we will see you tomorrow night. Don't forget, we got the Hot Corner, Giants Sports Talk Live, NorCal Sports Network coming together. It's going to be the Hot Corner, or it also could be the Core 4. Yeah, that's right. Could be the Core 4. We will break it down tomorrow. We'll have a little fun collab tomorrow night, somewhere around 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Guys, thanks for being part of NorCal Sports Network, and we will see you tomorrow. Mañana. Take care, everybody.